A deepfake video using the doctored image and voice of South African billionaire Elon Musk has fooled investors across the world. In one video created for the South African market and regularly flighted on social media channels, Musk outrageously and falsely claims that South African billionaires Dr Oppenheimer and Rupert are investors in his scheme. After being swindled by the con artists, advocate Petra van Niekerk of the Johannesburg Bar is now determined to expose the scam. Welcome, Petra. Why did you think the video was real?
Elon Musk's project has scared the government and big banks. He has come up with a new secret investment that has made hundreds of people very rich.
We have developed powerful software. It is a world first. I personally spent $5 billion to develop it over 2 years. You can expect to make 30,000 Rand as early as day one. You make a small deposit of 4,700 Rand into the algorithm, and it automatically starts to increase. The following people have already invested in my project: Dr Oppenheimer and Johann Rupert. Can you imagine 1,250 Rand every hour, every day for the rest of your life? And it's all tax-free. And it's a completely risk-free opportunity. In fact, you can place your first trade today automatically using the software and then have over 1 million in your trading account in just 6 months. All you have to do is sign up right here. I'm waiting for you on the next page to get started.
The advertisement that I saw looked incredibly realistic. The saying, seeing is believing. And literally what I was seeing was so realistic, I believed what I saw. It used a reputable news platform, the SABC, which at first made me think that it was credible. The advertisement purported the involvement of well-known people like Elon Musk, Johann Rupert, Dr Oppenheimer in an investment opportunity of which the minimum investment amount was 4,700 Rand. It purports to be another invention of Elon Musk. And as we all know, Elon Musk is a very innovative person. So one would think that the world first software that he talks about, or that's talked about in this advert, or that the advert purports that Elon Musk developed, is another one of his bright ideas, and that it is real, that it's authentic. The advert also purports that well-known people have already invested in this investment opportunity, like Johann Rupert and Dr Oppenheimer. And in my due diligence, I relied on their involvement, which persuaded me that it is authentic and that it was real. I also saw this advertisement on YouTube, and I did not expect that YouTube would allow anyone to use its platform for a fake advertisement that looked like the one that I saw. I trusted the platform. I trusted YouTube as well, where this advertisement was shown and where it appeared. And the advertisement was also designed in such a way, and it was published in such a way that it builds trust with the viewer and makes it look authentic, or makes the believer or makes the viewer believe it's authentic. I also took a picture of the link that appeared on the YouTube video that I then clicked on, and that took me to a registration page. After I filled in my details on this registration page, I received an SMS from a South African registered company, and it was not the immediate matrix. It was a South African registered company that sent me this SMS. Directly after registering my details on this platform, and the message read, "Thank you for signing up with and then the name of this company appeared. Please expect a call shortly so we can assist you on your trading journey." I was then, after that, called telephonically by a person who said that they were calling in relation to the Elon Musk advertisement that I'd seen and the investment opportunity that was advertised, and of which it showed that the minimum investment amount was 4,700 Rand. And this person told me that it had gone up from 4,700 to 4,800. And so I then paid money to this company. I opened an account on their investment platform. But before I opened an account with them, I saw on their webpage that they were in fact registered with the FSCA, and they had an FSCA license. So I thought it was legitimate. I thought it was real. And as the person had said that it phoned me, they phoned in relation to that advert that I had seen. After which I'd entered my registration details. The different payment methods that was on this investment platform also made me believe that because it's secure payment methods, it must be authentic. That this whole advertisement and what I was signing up for was authentic. I was then later called by somebody who called themselves, or they referred to themselves as a success manager, who was very persuasive, and he earned my trust. And he also assisted me about what trades to open. And initially, the platform showed when I had deposited money into this account. At first, I only deposited the minimum amount, and it showed significant growth in my investment in just a short time, which made me believe that this worked and that it is worth investing in. So all of that combined made me believe that what I'd seen was real, and that it was authentic.
When did you first start to suspect that it may be a scam?
So after I made the deposits to this South African registered company and into their bank account, I saw it was a couple of days after I'd seen the initial advertisement and after I'd opened an account and already made all the deposits. I saw another advertisement that looked similar to the one that I'd seen the first time, also using the SABC's news anchors, Elon Musk, Johann Rupert, Dr Oppenheimer. But I noticed that the investment platform that was advertised in this advertisement, the second one, was not the company that I had paid money to. It was not the South African registered company that had sent me a SMS, that had called me, and that I'd paid money to. And it had a completely different name. It was called the Immediate Matrix. So that already made me think something was off here. The fact that I'd paid money to a different entity purporting to be in relation to the advert that I'd seen a couple of days prior. Yet now, when I saw this ad, using the same, as I said, the same SABC, Elon Musk, Rupert Oppenheimer, that was not the company it was not the investment platform that I had in fact paid money to and opened an account with. It was a completely different entity. And then within a week of making the minimum investment and further deposits to this South African registered company on their investment platform, believing that the platform worked because the investment was doing really well on this platform. Within a week, everything that paid on the platform disappeared. It went to zero. I watched it go to zero before my eyes. I was shocked, and then I realized that I'd been scammed. When I saw everything that I'd invested in this platform disappear before my eyes and go to zero. The success manager then phoned me the next, or the same day that my account, all the amounts on my account went to zero, and he could not explain what had happened to my account, and he said that they would review my trade history and the deals that I executed with the account. He also said that they would offer me a bonus amount on the platform so that I could continue trading on the platform. And this was also when I realized that what had initially been advertised to me was not this South African registered company's trading platform. I went back to the very beginning, that this company was not what was advertised to me initially, and what they were purporting to offer. What was advertised to me initially was a software that purported to be, or an app that purported to be software that could predict certain trades. That it was a completely risk-free opportunity. That it was that you don't need trading experience, and that you can place your trades automatically using this software, which was not true. The bonus offer also made me realize that they're using that this South African registered company is just using this bonus offer so that I would not complain about the false advertising that I had seen initially, that and the fake investment platform, and I didn't even respond to their bonus offer, and I saw it for what it was, and I immediately alerted my bank as well as the police, and laid a complaint of fraud against this company because of their misrepresentation. That is when I realized that I'd been scammed.
So you launched an investigation of your own, and what have you found out about these entities so far?
So for some reason, initially when I searched for this South African registered company, obviously because before I invested with them, I saw that they were registered with the FSCA, that they had a license, and I looked at reviews about them. I spoke to some other people as well, and they assured from what they read initially that it seemed legit, because of the FSCA registration and license and all of that specifically, that this was legit. However, when I searched deeper for, I used different search words such as the name of the company, and I used, I'm not going to say the specific words because they might go and delete those websites as well, but eventually those complaints about this entity popped up in my search results, and I found other complaints that are similar to mine, but no one seems to be listening to anyone. I also saw complaints online about the same. They'd seen the same false advertisements of Elon Musk, using videos of the SABC, Elon Musk, Johann Rupert, Dr Oppenheimer, that the minimum investment amount was 4,700 Rand. So there's this link with those complaints and that particular South African registered company. And I found those other complaints as well. And some of them seem to, after a while, I actually made backups of those complaints for my, I printed it out. I made backups everywhere I could, because after a couple of days, some of those complaints would disappear, would vanish from the internet. Obviously, the problem with that is that other people can then not find those complaints when they also invest with this company, not knowing what they're signing up for actually, and what other complaints people have had with the same company, and particularly the false advertisements, which is a big problem because that shows that this company is rotten at the core. If its advertising is fraudulent and it's using misrepresentation to lure people to its platform. So just like me, from what I read from the other complainants had also seen an investment opportunity, using these same fake videos or these same videos of Elon Musk, Oppenheimer, Rupert with the minimum investment of 4,700 rand, and also what I also noticed with those complaints, the people that lost money were also offered a bonus amount, that was obviously also just intended to stop people from complaining or going public with what they'd experienced. I also noticed on the FSCA's database, when I searched for this particular company, that they are in fact not approved to deal in forex investments, because on the FSCA's database, it indicates the products approved, that this company is approved to offer, and forex investments is not one of them, and they are busy trading in forex investments, which is on the face of it unlawful, because in terms of the FSCA's database, they are not authorized to trade in forex investments. And then I also noticed that the date that this company, the South African registered company, was authorized to trade as an FSP is 2009, and the date that they were registered as a company at the CIPC, the Companies and Intellectual Property Commission, was 2021. So that is very strange to me, that they could be authorized as an FSP before they were registered with the CIPC. I also found a scam alert that the Financial Services Authority of the Seychelles published in December, on the 20th of December 2023. That was after I had already been scammed, warning the Seychelles Financial Services Authority warns its citizens about this particular website. It marked it as an unlawful website. And that is the same website that the South African company is using. So I also came across this scam alert that was published by the Seychelles Financial Services Authority. And I would think that the authorities in South Africa should also issue a warning to South African citizens about this company as well, just like the Seychelles did, to warn its citizens to be wary, or at least investigate. There should be some warning, just like the Seychelles sent out a warning as well, considering the complaints about this company and the fact that they're using fraudulent advertising and misrepresentation to lure people to its platform. I've also found various scam alerts, also after searching long and hard on the internet about this particular company, that did not initially pop up when I did research on this company, that shows that it is in fact a scam investment platform, and that many people have lost their investments in this or to this company, thinking it's legit, and thinking that they're investing in something authentic or legitimate. So, but again, it was hard to find these scam alerts. I don't know how they managed to mute, the complaints about them, or so that people can't find these alerts or warnings when they do research on them for the first time. But I found them, and I've also sent them to other investigators, as well as reporters and the authorities that I have reported them to.
Who all have you reported this to?
So I reported this company to the FSCA, as well as the FIC, the Advertising Regulatory Board, the National Consumer Commission, to my bank, among other organizations. I recently received a response from the Advertising Regulatory Board with a letter from this South African registered company that I reported for its false advertisements, where they simply deny any involvement with the false advertisements that I'd seen. I also got a response from the FSCA only yesterday, considering that I already laid a complaint in December. Um, they said that they apologize for the delayed response and that my complaint is on the assessment process and the outcome will be communicated to me in due course. The FIC replied that they said, kindly be advised that this may be a scam. And then they referred me to guidance note 4B and the user guides for more information on how to register and file a report with the center. I'd been under the impression that they were already investigating the matter, but it seems that I have to. Well, I'm waiting now for the FSCA's assessment or outcome of their assessment. As I say, it's in the assessment process. So I'm now waiting for that, and then I'm also waiting for. I'll have to, it seems, file a report, a new report with the FIC. I was under the impression that what I had sent them was sufficient and was, that was. After I laid the complaint, I didn't receive any other communication except that I got a reference number from the FIC. But nothing else, no questions, nothing. And as I said, the communication I received yesterday simply saying that kindly be advised that this may be a scam, and then how to file a report with the center. That's what I got from them. But as I said, they were really working on this. And then
in the meantime, sorry to interrupt you. In the meantime, have you spoken to Dr. Rupert about this?
Yes, I have spoken to Dr. Rupert. I spoke to him on Monday. And he's also a victim of this because his identity is being misused to promote this false investment opportunity, and he's trying everything in his part to stop it. He told me that many people fall for it, professional people like medical doctors, people like myself. I also read complaints of even accountants that fell for this, that lost hundreds and thousands of rands, thinking that this was real. So a lot of professional people even fell for this and thought it was real. And it has to be stopped.
Now, have you had any direct contact with any other victims?
Yes, I have. Another person, another complainant I found, I had seen an advertisement in what purported to be the Citizen newspaper. The advertisement that this person saw had a logo of the Citizen newspaper, and she also had to fill in her details on a registration form, and she was then also contacted by the same South African registered company that holds an FSCA license. She also first got an SMS from them, and then she got a call from them, and then she opened an account from them, just like me. The minimum deposit with that false advertisement was $250 US dollars. So that's what that false advertisement was about. But again, it was the same South African registered company that had sent her an SMS and that had contacted her, and on whose platform she'd opened an account, and in whose bank account she'd paid money to. So they are benefiting from these. That South African registered company with the FSCA license is benefiting from these false advertisements. She unfortunately used her credit card and went into debt. She incurred debt, believing that she was investing in something legitimate. So that's they not only used the deepfake videos and advertisements on social media, but they're also using like the Citizen, other media. Yes, which you would think it's a reputable platform, and as I said, what you believe what you see, and it looks so authentic. It looks persuasive, the way they when they the way they earn your trust through the phone calls and all of that makes the whole thing seem legitimate until you lose everything that you paid to them on this platform, and they offer you a deposit, not a deposit, a bonus to make you a bonus amount, yes, to make you keep quiet and so that you don't complain.
How do you plan to take this forward?
So firstly, I want to create awareness and warn other people to be vigilant. Nobody should think that this can't happen to them. It can happen to anyone, really. It can happen to anybody. And I would also like to expose this scam and bring more victims out of the woodwork. I would also like to appeal to other victims to come forward. I'm sure from what I have described, and the people that this happened to, you know who you are. You know that this happened to you, and you know what company I'm talking about. And I would like those victims to come forward and to raise their voices so that if more people come forward, we could take class action against this South African registered company, because they still hold an FSCA license, which makes the public believe that they are legitimate. And the South African registered company has, in fact, fraudulently misrepresented to the public that the advertisement that they see on, or that they'd seen on social media, was legitimate. That caused people, me and other people, to enter our details on a registration page that appeared after these advertisements would show. And I and those who fell victim to this company's misrepresentation suffered prejudice, because based on that misrepresentation, we were induced to open an account with that South African registered company who holds the FSCA license, and we paid monies to them, thinking that it was real, and the company and its representatives acted with the intention to defraud the public, and their conduct was unlawful, and they must be held accountable. So that is the plan of action, to bring more people out of the woodwork so that we can hold this company accountable.
Thank you. That was Advocate Petra van Niekerk speaking to Biz News about a deep fake video of Elon Musk fooling investors across the world. Thank you, Petra.